Yeah. All right. Where would you put Asta?
Um, well, let me look at this. Okay. Um, right now, Asta is in a pretty awkward spot
Okay.
because most of the other support units in the game have like specific teams,
Uh-huh.
and some of them just work in everything. Tingyin right now works in almost every single team in the game. Same with Ranmei.
True.
Hanya is basically only for what is this guy name?
Ten Hong.
Look, Dan Hung, and it's another guy, Argenti, yes. And
Yeah.
Argenti. Asta is supposed to like buff fire units and buff speed, but like at this point I think most of the other support units outshine her. Not that
Hmm.
she's bad, but like, are you going to use Asta over any of the other supports?
Hell no.
Most likely not. And like I have all of the harmony units, and
Yeah.
right now I don't really have a reason to use Asta. Not saying that she's not good, but if you are like putting them on a tier list,
Hmm.
I think that she would have to go lower than the other ones.
Yeah, sure.
So if she's not bad. I think I'd put her like E tier.
E.
I think I'd
Okay.
put her A tier just
A.
because of yeah, A, because
Hmm.
she has like attack buff, speed buff. Most of the speed buff is very significant.
Yeah.
But like if you put units on messenger, it's like more or less the same thing.
Hmm.
And the reason she's in A tier too is because she works in pure fiction. Really,
True. Yeah.
she AOE breaks in pure fiction. If pure fiction didn't exist, she would be low on the tail list, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. Where will you put Herta?
Um, there's also another pure fiction unit, and
Yep.
like you could put her in like one golden gears team, but that's about it. I
Hmm.
would say though, since pure fiction right now is like one of the main ways that you would get gems, I would say that she's important.
Of
But
course.
if you have like me, I don't have all the DPS units in the game.
Hmm.
If your account is like well seasoned with better characters, she would go lower. But if this was a pure fiction tier list, I'd probably put her in like S plus. But since it's like
Sure.
in general use cases, she only works in pure fiction. Really, nobody was using her before pure fiction. So
Yeah.
I'd also put her in A. If it's
A.
pure fiction, however, I would put her in S. But I don't think pure fiction alone is the reason why
Yeah.
you would put her higher.
Of course. All
Yeah.
right. Next is Bronya.
Um, this I'm just gonna say it like outright. The people who say that Bronya is better than Runme,
Who said
they're
that?
just wrong.
Oh.
I go on like forums and I see people saying, "Well, my queen Bronya, she's better than Runme." But like the use case scenario with Bronya and Runme is so different.
Yeah.
Bronya cannot work in certain teams that take a lot of skill points. If you have a E0 S1, she does not work in dot teams.
Hmm.
She does not work in T, like she could work with Blade, but some of her buffs, the crit damage buffs on certain units, doesn't work because some of them you just don't build crit damage on them.
Yeah.
Action forward is really good, the cleanse is really good, but compared to Run Me, I don't think I don't think it's really that close, to be quite
Hmm.
honest. If you have a S1 E1, she's really, really good. But
Yeah.
I still wouldn't put her as high as Run Me. But in general, I would say she's tied with Tinian, to be honest.
Tied the
So
thing.
I'd
Yeah.
put her in S. And the
Okay.
reason why I'd say she's tied with Tinian is because Tinian is used in most teams, in more
Hmm.
teams than Bronya,
Hmm.
because of the energy regen utility. And Bronya really only buffs one unit. Runway buffs the entire field of units. So you could run double DPS teams with
Hmm.
Runway, but Bronya just only pulls one unit.
There's something that might change. I mean, it will change. I can't speak on spoilers, but Asheron, who's coming soon, she doesn't need energy. So characters like Teng Yang, Hu, their existence in the meta might change, but we will see, of course.
Yeah. I really like Bronya. It's like Bronya is the first 5-star unit I pulled.
Hmm.
And one thing too, like Runway is like so easy to build. You
Yeah.
could build her slow. You could build her fast. You could build her tanky. You could build her squishy. Like all she needs is break effect. She doesn't even need speed. But like if you're doing like let's compare like sweaty zero cycles in in Honkai.
Hmm.
Bronya needs to be extremely fast to cycle. She needs crazy gear to function. And for the
Hmm.
first 3 turns in most zero cycles, she just basic attacks. She might basic skill or basic skill. And for the turns that she's not buffing or ulting, she doesn't do anything. You
Yeah,
pop run me skill before the battle even starts, instant buff, instant skill. Don't have
exactly.
to do anything. You you're always skill point positive. If you don't have S1 E1 Bronya, her skill point usage is crippling in certain teams. So
Also,
I think mhm,
Ruan May's light cone, it's much more better than Bronya's. Like you still get the skill
yeah,
point, you get energy on the whole team, which is insane. So yeah.
yeah. Every every turn that starts, she gets. I think it's every turn that starts, everybody on the team gets 10 energy.
Yep.
And Bronya's light cone has a cooldown. It has a 3 turn cooldown.
Yeah,
Runmay's light cone does not have a cooldown.
it
As
doesn't.
soon as you pop it, you just get a skill point. It's like so broken. So
That's true.
in like Run Me is just better than Bronya. Is Bronya bad? Hell no. I would say Bronya is like
Of
next to
course.
Tingyun. I think both of them are really good.
Hmm.
But compared to the other, like the three best supports in terms
Hmm.
of like buffing is Bronya, um, Run Me, and Tingyun. And there's those three will always be good no matter what. I don't see them ever power creeping these units.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Seele, where would you put her?
um I was I was hearing a point that people like I don't know who the guy is, but he was saying that if there's quantum element weakness
Hmm.
in with Sealy, she does very good. But I'm
Yeah.
like, doesn't Sealy always use Silver Wolf and Silver Wolf always implants quantum? Am I like wrong?
Yeah, you can, but if you're not using Silver Wolf with her, like if you don't have Silver Wolf, what are the options you have?
Yeah,
Like,
I think Sealy I'm just gonna give my general opinion. Sealy
mhm.
right now is decent.
Yeah, of
She's not as
course.
good as the other DPS units.
Hmm.
Mainly because she needs to kill units in order to for it to fully activate, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Ratio does not need to kill units to get himself ramped up. But the
True.
resurgence is the main part that's really holding her back. Um I think when Sparkle comes out,
Yeah, that's a
she's gonna
different
be
change.
really good because you won't need to run Bronya with Silver Wolf, and you won't need to implant. You're not gonna get the random wind implant or anything, and it's gonna buff. I don't know if this is not leaks, right? I'm
No,
not sure.
that's fine.
I don't think so. I don't think it. No, it's no. It's they said this in the live stream.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's in the live stream, yeah. But um, Sparkle could make her better, but like I think right now, Quantum will progressively get better as more units come out. But Sealy on her own, I don't think. I think honestly, QQE6 would be better than Sealy on that team, mainly because of the resurgence.
Hmm.
So I put her in E tier just because of that.
All right, very good way of explaining why Seal is an A. I respect it.
Yeah,
Serval.
not gonna lie, haven't watched anything on this unit. All I know is that she is good in pure fiction.
Yeah.
I don't think that I am well enough knowledge to say where should be on a tier list, but I would put her B or C
Yeah,
just for
it's
that. I'm
between
not
these
like
two.
I'd put her B on C. I'm not gonna lie and say I know about the character if I don't know anything.
Yeah, yeah, of
To be
course.
quite honest.
Japord. It's interesting.
Uh I like Jeppy a lot,
Okay.
but one thing that people need to understand is that as new units come out, the older units will get worse. And they will eventually um they'll eventually get worse. Not to say that he's bad, but like if it's a tier list and you're comparing units you're comparing the preservation units based on the preservation units and the content in the game.
Yep.
I think Japad right now for the Yang Cheng Coopers is really good because he stops people from getting hit. And I have Japad and his light cone. I think he's really good. He doesn't really need that much investment to function.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
I think he doesn't do that much. You know, he puts up a shield
It's like
and
you have a wall.
he freezes.
You just say you have a wall with you and the team. That's it.
Yeah. And his revive is also really good too. But I don't think he's like I think he's better than Trailblazer. But I don't think that he's better than any other sustain unit.
Yeah, true.
Like
true.
5-star sustain unit.
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that Lynx in certain teams is just better than Japad in certain teams.
Yeah.
So he's not S tier. That's what he's not S tier. I think he's also A. I think he's also A. And I would say like this game isn't like super hard if you have all the units.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not like easy either. It's more like strategy. If you have all the units and you have all the relics and whatever, you could probably beat everything. But like, it's the strategy behind it. And some players don't really want to think that hard when playing the game. You know, like if I would make a comparison, Lucha is a character that you don't really need to turn your brain on for. He's just gonna auto heal whichever unit is low HP. You don't need to think about anything, really. And some people like the comfort of that. And some people want to use Wow, who gives like a bunch of different things: attack buff, energy regen, healing, cleansing. But she is more like you have to like play the game and like you need to manage the skill points and things. So I think it varies from the type of player. But I think both of them are just better than him. And I think Lynx is also, I don't know. I'm like trying to debate who is better between Japad and Lynx. I think Lynx E6 is on par or better than Japad E1, E0, I mean.
Yeah, I would say so. Lynx is like a mini Locha character.
Yeah. And like I have a very strong bias with Lynx. Because she's literally the only healer I use. I use Lynx and Japad and that's it. So I'd put him in A. He's a solid character. If you pull Japad, you can't really be mad. He's really good.
Yeah.
But if you have Fu Xuan and Luocha or Huao, he's gonna sit on your account and do nothing. He has no use case if you have those other units. Unless you just want to have fun.
There's a use for him, even if you have all these characters. So for Fu Xuan, in the new Golden Gear event for high difficulty, Japad is better than Fu Xuan.
Because he could freeze.
He can freeze and and with Remembrance, his shield is unbreakable.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can pair him on March 7th and like in Golden Gear, and you can pick like difficulty 12, which is the highest difficulty in the game, and with full Remembrance, they can't break your shield.
That's
preservation. Sorry, preservation with Remembrance. So literally unbreakable shield.
I mean, that's a good reason. I just think that like after you beat Conundrum 12, like are you gonna like use him after that?
Not really.
that's how I'm thinking like long term. I mean, that's a good point though. That is a good point. But me personally, I just used it like I saw some Rowan May bug thing. I just do that. I like to sit down and try the RNG over and over. Yeah. It gives me like I like doing that. I like challenges in these types of games. So that's what I do. But that is a good point.
Yeah. Natasha, where would you put her?
Design wise, I'd give her a 10 out of 10, but like I'm not gonna lie, when I just started playing the game, I really like Natasha, and now I just don't have a build. I'd rather just not use anything else. I just want Luocha. I feel like for like general use, like if you're now starting the game, she's
Yeah.
good. But like after a while,
She's not.
physical, she's like she's ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think she's ass. Like I like her a lot. I have her invested, but I just don't want to use her. The cleanse is the reason I'd put her in B only because of the cleanse. Because I value cleansing in games are very important because being able to not move in these types of games are like horrible.
Yeah, B is fair.
So
100%.
yeah, I'd put her B.
Mm-hmm. Pella. Where would you put Pella?
Pela, Pela is one of those other units that works in a lot of different teams as well.
Yeah.
Jing Liu team, if you have an E4, she has the ice resistance. She works in Doctor Ratio teams. She works in most DPS teams. She works in dot teams. For where Pela is right now, I would say Pela is better than Silverwolf just because of the AoE defense break. And like at this point in the game, most people don't really need the weakness implant because they have the units to fill their roles already. I think the longer the game goes on, the worse Silverwolf will get.
Yeah.
In terms of debuffing, because you'll just have the weakness implant. People like to say, well, you have the weakness implant, it's going to be useless if you have like a DPS unit of every element. After a while, it's just going to fade away, you know, unless you're running her in mono quantum. That's a different story. That's a different story. Yeah. I think Pela is in S tier. I don't think I would put her higher, and I don't think I would put her above Bronya either. So yeah. I'd still put her S tier though. I think she's too good. She's too good to put her any lower.
That's fair.
And I think debatably, you could put her in S plus, but I think S plus is like the top of the top characters you put in there. I don't like to put people in S tier like nonchalantly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that, of course. Clara, where would you put her?
I don't have Clara. I want Clara. I also don't think I have like a well enough knowledge of this character. I haven't tried her on anything. I watch content on her. I don't really have an opinion on this one. If I was to like blindly say, I think she's not S. She'd go between A and B in the DPS category.
Yep.
But like physical DPS characters right now, we have Argenti, we have Luca, Break Effect Luca is broken. We have that's it, no? Who else do we have really in physical?
Sushang.
We have Sushang. Sushang is also decent. I think she's I think she's better than Sushang. But I don't think she's better than Sealy. I think she'd go B. I really like Clara, however. I don't know why, but when I see like characters in like games and anime save other characters, it makes me so happy. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hype. It's like I don't know, in Demon Slayer Season 2, when Tengen saves Tanjiro from getting stabbed, that shit was so cool. I just like these types of moments, or like All Might moments when he comes. Like I like those types of moments. And Swarog does everything. Swarog is that guy. So I really like Clara. I would like to pull Clara, but this game just likes giving me like so sorry. But I think as a DPS character, I think I'd put her in B. Also, the reason being is that in order for Clara to do things, enemies have to hit her. Like that. That's a big takeaway. And some people, well, just use links and increase aggro. Well, what if they just still don't hit her? She's just gonna stand there.
Yep. Like, I think
now that I think about it, she's also good in Pure Fiction.
Yeah, she is.
I think she's A. I think she's A because of pure fiction. I can't put her in A
Hmm.
and not put Clara in A.
That's true.
Yeah, I think she's A. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good assessment.
Let's go with Sampo.
Okay. Sample E0 is like C tier, but sample like E6,
Yeah.
E4, like high invested. If you're like high invested dot team, I think he's E tier because his E4 with Black Swan, if you have
Hmm.
a with Black Swan, is really good. Like it's like broken, and I think in dot teams right now he's a staple. If you have Black Swan, I'm sorry, he's he's gone. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. People are gonna just take the Gale from Sampo and put it on Black Swan. But I think with both of them together, he's really strong. Without her, I think he would still be E tier. I think he's good. He's good regardless. I don't think I'd put him lower in that team specifically.
Yeah.
So I think he's a solid B tier unit.
B?
No, sorry, E. My bad.
Yeah, okay.
Solid A. Yeah, I think he's a solid A.
Physical Trailblazer.
I'm gonna put that in C tier. I don't think I have to comment.
uh
I think that the unit just doesn't perform. Like
yeah.
you're gonna get like a 10 cycle clip. Obviously, it could complete content, but like, do you want to take like an hour to beat it, or do you want to take 5 minutes or 10 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah.
I there's not really anything appealing, to be honest. You get him free E6 and he's still bad.
True.
So
Um
I don't think I need to like,
yeah.
yeah.
Hook. Where would you rank her?
Mm, I also have a bias with Hook. She's cute. I like cute characters.
Okay.
Right now, mm, I want to say if you have a highly invested Hook, she would be A, but not everybody's gonna have a highly invested Hook. And also other like 5-star characters with lower investment will do better than Hook.
Yeah, true.
Um,
Except Yang Shing.
yeah, he's not he's ass. I think I'll put her B.
B? Alright.
Yeah, I'd put her B. I want to put her A because of my bias, but I need to be subjective, not emotional. Because
Lucha.
I want Lucha.
Mm.
Um, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of bias for Lucha. Reason being is because I really like Blade a lot, and I
Okay.
don't have him on my account, and it feels horrible not having him. But I think to put him in S plus would be too much because all he does is he cleanses, he heals the unit to full HP, and
Mm-hmm.
that is very good. But more of the like healer preservation units, they do more.
True.
Fushuan, make sure your team doesn't die. She gives you debuff resistance. She
Mm-hmm.
gives you crit chance. She does damage. She breaks shields. She does a lot. Wow, energy regen, attack buff, cleanses, heals. Like I feel like the preservation support units,
Mm-hmm.
healers, they do more than him at this point, right?
Yeah.
So I would not rank him higher than Fushuan or Wow, even though I have my bias.
Mm-hmm.
But in certain scenarios, I would say he is better than Wow, depending on the team you're
Sure,
on.
of
But
course.
it's really situational.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's solid. I think he's solid. He also removes buffs AoE, which is very useful. Not many units do that. I think only Pela and him he does that. I think so. I'm not sure if any other unit does that besides those two.
I forgot
But
if there's anyone else, but I think yeah, it's only him probably with Pella.
yeah, I think it's only him and Pela at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's also I think he's S. He's
S.
S. He's not with Japan. He's S. I don't think he's S plus.
Yeah.
When he just came out, sure, S plus, but right now, he's
Yeah.
S.
That's fair. Jing Yuang.
Our general.
Yeah,
I
mid Yuan.
yeah. Um. This is a funny unit because I feel like as the game has progressed, he has only gotten stronger with the units that's come out.
Mm-hmm.
Topaz, Ruan Mei, Ting Yun. I think he's really good, and I think
Okay.
he's gonna be really good with Sparkle. Not gonna explain the reason why, but I think he's gonna be really good with Sparkle when she comes out. The real problem Jingyuan has is his delayed damage with Lightning Lord, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's really cringe waiting on it. I'm not gonna lie, it's super cringe. If you have like Topaz and Runmei and you have Jingyuan, Topaz, Runmei, and someone else on the team, like
Mm-hmm.
wow. I think that team is really good, especially if you have him invested in decently. But without these units on standalone, he is he's mid.
His issue,
But when
which is not the
mhm,
case with like almost all the characters in the game, you can use a lot of light cones, and there's a lot of free to play options for them. Jing Yuang is probably the only character in the game that has no light cone that can help his situation. Because they gave him the limited like his own light cone in the gacha, that's the best erudition light cone you can get. So
yeah,
the light cone is like it's like they took some of his actual character kit and they gave it to the light cone. It's like the light cone is like another character that you're pulling with Jing Yuang. So yeah,
yeah.
that's his
And
issue.
I'm like, I was thinking about getting his light code just for QQ
Yeah.
because I have my QQ Ichi right now. Not gonna lie, shit's hella ass. No matter what I do, it's hella ass. I can't clear anything fast with that. I give her cracked relics, I give her Bronya and run me.
Yeah.
She clears in 7 cycles. I don't know what's wrong. I think she's only good E6.
She's only good in E6, yeah.
Yeah, like it's or E4
I mean,
debatably, but E6 is
yeah, E4 is where you can use her, but E6 is where you need her to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like my harmony units are like hyper invested into because I believe like DPSs will always fall off, but support units will never fall off.
True, true.
Once another support unit doesn't come out and power creep them, I don't think Runmei will ever fall off.
Yeah, she always
Like
gonna be on top.
they would have to make the game like they would have to make some other super turbo broken unit for
Maybe,
that to come. It's like Bennett in Genshin. Bennett is still Jesus in the
yeah,
game.
maybe like in 3, 4 years from now, maybe the one May can fall off. I don't even see that, but
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Maybe when I have my grandkids and I'm on my deathbed, maybe
Yeah,
if the game lasts that long, she'll fall off. But like,
yeah.
yeah.
So where we put
But
Jing Yuang? D?
uh
C?
I think uh
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny. I want to put him in A, but I also want to put him in B. It's kind of funny.
I would say high
I
B.
feel yeah, I think I'd put him in a high B, like the highest of B that you could go. I don't know. Mm, uh, hmm.
Not gonna lie, in pure fiction, he's not bad, even without the light
Yeah,
cone.
I'm thinking like if I have Huta and Asta up there, why is Jingyuan not up there? I'm like
Exactly,
watching
yeah.
it so hard right now. I'm putting him in the middle of E. I'm putting E10.
Alright.
I feel like with these if you have the support units, I feel like he could perform. And
Yeah,
I've seen him
definitely.
perform.
He definitely can perform with the free-to-play erudition light cone. It works well on him. It's just that it's not the best, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's worse than Hook and Silver. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I don't think yeah. So I
Yeah.
we have to make some exceptions. It
Yeah.
has to make sense.
Yang Shing.
um Yang Chen has so much problems.
Okay.
I honestly wish that they would just rework this unit, or not even just take out the thing where he doesn't have to be hit. You
Yeah.
know, like he like just if you, I feel like if you take that out, he would actually be good. But like, it's not even Yang Cheng on the tail alone. It's Yang Cheng and Japard. They have to be together for him to function. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have Japard with Yang Cheng, he's not a unit, and he's still not a unit with Japard because all the other units just outshine him.
So what do we say? C?
I'm putting him in C. I like, he has to go low. Like, he just doesn't function well.
Yeah.
They failed this unit.
True. True.
They
Balo.
really did fail this unit.
What about Balo?
Um,
She has revive. But that's about
she
it.
has she has she has revive. Yep, she has RNG healing too. She I think healers that are not consistent in this game,
Yeah.
it's very frustrating. Why are you healing the unit that I have on full HP? Why are you doing that? She's not bad. I don't think she's bad. But
Yeah.
again,
I want to say.
I think Lynx is better. Lynx has AoE cleanse. If you ever get crowd controlled on with Bailu on your team,
Mm.
it's just Jova. You can't do anything unless you have Bronya there. And you don't want Bronya cleansing anybody on your team. You want it to buff your DPS unit. I think I'd put Bailu on a high B. I
High
don't
B.
think I don't think she's as good as Japan.
Yeah. Tang Young.
Esther. She works with too much teams to be good.
True.
I don't know. I think Tingyan is the Bennett of this game. She works with
The
Dot
four
Team. She
star.
works with
Yeah.
Jing Liu. She works with Doctor Ratio. She works with
Mm-hmm.
Jing Yuan. She works with She works with every DPS, any DPS team in the game. She works with. If you don't have a DPS team, what your healer doesn't have their skill up, their ultimate up. Oh, I'll just give you ultimate for free. She starts the game. She starts the turn with her ultimate. She gives she gives too much buffs, and she has too much utility to put her any lower.
Mm-hmm. True.
Some people could argue that she is Esther, and you could also argue that she's better than Bronya as well, but she
Mm-hmm.
E6. In certain scenarios, she is better than Bronya.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Like,
In the
but
recent memory of chaos, I can see myself use Ting Young more than Bronyo.
yeah, like she's always gonna have a spot regardless. So I'd put her A.
Mm-hmm.
It's S. Sorry,
S,
S.
yeah.
My bad. She
QQ.
she and so, like, if people want to argue that she's S tier too, and you just like Tingyan, sure, you could put her S there if you want. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think she's I don't think she's S plus there, but
Yeah.
I think she's solid. Very good unit.
Mm-hmm. QQ.
If this unit is not if this unit is E0, she's D
Trash.
tier. I don't care she's D tier E0.
Yeah.
Right now, Sparkle isn't out yet. If when Sparkle comes out, I'm not gonna lie, she might just be one of the most broken DPS units in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you put Sparkle, Rowan May, and a healer and QQ on a team, and you have like infinite skill points, she's just gonna pop off. However, it's
However.
very RNG.
Yep.
Like, if she like, imagine you're playing QQ, you have like 8 skill points, right? You you want to stack up the damage bonus on her skill, right? Imagine you just only every time that you try to stack up the damage bonus, you only get it once. First tile, you get it. First tile, you get it. She's not going to do as much damage, so it's
True.
very RNG. And I don't when I play gachas, I like my units to be consistent. If they're not consistent at something, then you're bad. If you're not consistently good at anything, it's bad most of the times. So I'm putting her in S.
S.
She
Okay.
could, she could, I'd put her in S E6. E6. S.
This is E6.
Especially with the quantum supports.
Okay. Okay.
Because like if she has the setup, and when Sparkle comes out, I know I just said, well, you can't base her off of Sparkle buffs quantum units. She's a quantum unit. She's already broken.
Yeah.
She's better than most of the A-tier characters on the list already, E6. And like getting an E6 5-star and an E6 4-star is not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would put a S. E6. If she doesn't have the supports and she is an E6, she's dog shit. There's no in between.
Sushang, where would we rank her?
I'm just gonna put Sushang in B tier. Sushang is a good unit. Yeah. Sushang is a good unit, especially since they're not much like true physical DPS units other than Argenti. But Argenti, he's an erudition unit. Erudition units really usually just get shafted, not gonna cap. Erudition units are starving right now.
I mean, I can't talk about leagues, but there is an upcoming physical harmony character that might do some change. They've been putting a lot of harmony characters, which is something I don't like, because harmony characters seems to be really broken and kind of change how the game works. But we might be coming into a physical meta soon, so who knows?
Yeah, I don't like the base characters off of upcoming characters, but QQ, right? Like, why am I talking about QQ? What are we talking about? Sushang.
Sushang, yeah.
Yeah, Sushang is you could just leave her MP. I think she's good. She's really good if you don't have physical, but like, why not just run like? If you have E6 Luca, you just won't use Sushang.
Yep.
When Luca breaks something, he hits hard if he's E6. He hits really hard. And I'm not gonna compare E0 Luca and E0 Sushang. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. I don't think it makes sense to compare at this point in the game to compare E0 characters.
Mm. Fire Trailblazer. This is interesting.
Fire Trailblazer is not A tier, but I think I'd put him at like the top of B.
Top of B, okay.
He's solid, or she's solid, whichever one you have, bro. Sure. I think it's a solid unit. I'd put Japad higher because he could freeze, and freeze is really broken, and he has the revive. That's the only reason I would put him higher than Fire Trailblazer. Fire Trailblazer is really good at breaking shields, and they're really good at taunting the enemy and making sure units don't get damaged. But the RNG, like if you get RNG, don't taunt against certain enemies, like that dumb monkey thing. You know that monkey that jumps up in the air and punches your unit? That thing? I hate that. I hate that monkey. It's so annoying. Or gorilla, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But again, if you have any of the other high tier characters, you're not going to be using Fire Trailblazer. Still solid though. If you're starting the game, like if you're now starting the game and you ask me to put Fire Trailblazer on a tier list and you don't have any of the other characters, S or S tier. But at the point in the game that we're in right now,
yeah,
I think high B is fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Yukong.
Yukong is the same as QQ, but I would say even worse because this character, I don't know why they gave this character for free. I think she should have been like Huta and then you get her E6.
Yeah.
Because this character does not function without being E6. It's like a brick. It's a brick unit. She does not function without E6. And like, even if she functions, even if you have an E6 and you have a well built, Tingyan, Ruanmei, Bronya is going to outperform her. Yeah. unless you're using Dan Hong. On a Dan Hong team, she's really good. But again, when Sparkle comes out,
when Sparkle,
they're gonna get, she's gonna be worse. Or maybe she's run with Sparkle. I don't know. You never know.
Maybe
she's run with Sparkle.
That's what I think.
Maybe you double buff, you have a healer, and you put Dan Hong in. You don't. I don't know.
Hmm.
But again, why would you put her in over Ron May? You know, like they say my same points. You know,
Yeah.
but I think she's solid. She's solid, but only E6. If she's E0, just don't even look at her. Yeah,
So wait, where do you put her?
I'd put her in B, like low B. Because I think most of the other characters in the game could function. Sushan could function, Natasha could function, Fire Trailblazer, they could function without Eidolons, but she's like horrible without Eidolons. If she's E6, I'd put her like B. I think I don't know if you want to rank it like based on Eidolons, but I think but I C. I think she's C.
C.
I think she's C. Yeah, because like working with one team doesn't make you good. You know, if you work with one team in the game, you know, and like even in that one team, you're not the best at it. True. Then I can't put you in B tier.
I respect it. March 7th.
This character is very annoying to listen to. I'm just gonna say that she's very annoying to listen to. I don't hate her.
Not as annoying as Paimon. Let's be fair.
Yeah. She's not that annoying.
Yeah.
But I like Ma. You know, she gave us that. She gave us those 10 wishes, 10 extra wishes in the patch.
Yep.
So I'll take it. But like, March is kind of funny because the freeze teams in Golden Gears.
Yep.
And like simulated universe, she's really good in that. And I think Misha as well, like March, Misha, Japar, preservation team, really good. They don't get a chance to move. Any other use case, Fire Trailblazer is better. I'd say Natasha is better. I think this unit is extremely situational versus ice units. Because even if she's not like, if the units can't move, they can't do damage. So like, her use case is kind of different. I have to think hard about this one. I think just being in most Golden Gears teams, I think she could be like in the middle of B, but like in the game itself, like pure fiction and in the actual game, like I think she's like being low. Off. Yeah, so I think B is fine.
Okay. Wind Dan Hong.
I think this character is underrated.
Okay.
This guy, he could do a lot of single target damage. He could do very good single target damage. But unless you love the Wind Dan Hong that much to build him up to be Jesus, I don't think that he's that high. I think he'll be like either, if he's like E6 highly invested, you love Dan Hong, you found the domain for like 10 months. I think he's really good. I'm over exaggerating by the way, but I think he's really good. But like again, is he better than Hook? Is he better than Clara? Is he better than Sealy? I don't think so. So I think I'd also put him like if you have him like godly built.
Yep.
I'd put him in A, but I can't base the tier list off of that because not everybody's going to even have this unit built, let alone have him E6. So I think B is fine.
Alright, B is fair.
Like all the units in A have more of a general use case than him.
That's true.
And I think his stonks have gone down since
the new one.
Sampo Black Swan. Yeah. his stonks have gone down.
Himiko, where would we rank her?
Himiko is A.
A? Okay.
Yeah, I think she's A. Pure Fiction and Shield Break plus Topaz. I think follow-up attack units have gotten significantly buffed, especially with Pure Fiction and just AoE shield breaking in general. I don't want to put this unit in B because she's better than all of those other units.
I agree with that
Um,
too. Yeah.
she is better than. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I had Himiko at this point, but I just don't. But she's good. She's
Mm-hmm.
good. I like her.
All right, where we
She's not
take
like
Welt.
overly broken. I don't think she's like overly broken or anything. I think
Yeah.
she's just a good unit. She's good. She's sharp.
She's good for farming, good for pure fiction, and probably that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where we go with Welt?
Woo. I have a big bias towards. Well, is
Okay,
one of the coolest characters in the game.
that's true.
His
I
ultimate
agree.
animation is so clean. His ultimate animation is so clean. I want this character. I'm gonna pick him when I reach the 300.
Damn,
I
really?
he's so cool.
Okay.
But his build, he's very difficult to build.
Mm-hmm.
And the general, I'm not like I think the people who watch like your YouTube and your Twitch, we're like sweats. We're not like casuals, you know. I
Yep.
think we're like sweats. But like for the casual player, someone picking up well, I don't think he's that good. Because like
Because
he
they
he
wouldn't
needs he
know
needs
how
very
to play
high,
with him.
yeah. And he needs like super high gear requirement
Yeah.
to like be like really good. However, him slowing down units and like just CC chaining them, he could also like count as a preservation unit. Same with Runme as well. Runme could also like she delays them. You just don't get hit as much as if you know
Yep. That's true.
as it like she speeds you up and she delays their actions. So she's like pseudo preservation, and I think I think the same is with Weld. Um, I think he's like I think he could also go in E tier. Some he could
A.
debatably go in B. Yeah, I think he's E tier. He could debatably go in B, but I think E tier is fine.
Yeah, A is definitely fine.
Yeah.
Next is Kafka.
This this unit is only going to get better. And I'm not gonna lie, Hoyoverse loves the dot teams. Like they've gotten buffs repeatedly. And I think this unit, no matter what dot unit comes out, she is going to be on that team. Kafka on her own, she's not really, she's
Yeah.
whatever. But like with the
Actually,
if she
no.
has the
I disagree. Kafka on her own, she can do wonders. I use her with like with Ruame and Tingyang only, and then assist and Hu and pick Nihility or like even for Memory of Chaos. She's so much fun
Mhm.
on her own. Like she
I
definitely
think
can carry a whole team on her own.
yeah. I don't know, like I just think she's like like she's like a staple. I think she's like a
Yeah.
really good staple unit. She's not A, and with Black Swan in the game now, and like dot units that keep just getting buffs. Some like I know some people will be like, "That's my waifu. You need to put in S plus." It's either high S or S plus. I don't
Okay.
think that I don't think I've played or watched Kafka enough to say that she's like S or S plus, but with Black Swan and
Yeah.
in the near future, I think
Mhm.
she's S plus.
So I'll put
Like
her S plus.
if you could put, yeah, I think I'll put her in like S plus with Black Swan as the caveat. If she's like on her own, I think she's S
Yeah,
or
that's
like high
fair.
S.
That's fair.
But like the caveat of Black Swan is S plus because I can't just rank the unit based on their own. I can't just rank them based on them themselves. They have to be good, and they also have to have the team the team
Yeah,
also has to be good with them.
that's the issue. That's the only issue probably with character like Den Hong, because he needs character now to like sparkle to make his like to give him access to more skill points. So if a character relies on other characters, that's not good.
Yeah,
Unless the character they rely on is free. I guess then we can say, oh, then this character is probably the best character in the game because his assistance is also free, so you can just build it the assistant character. So in some cases it's
yeah.
not, of course. So yeah. All
If it
right.
was like if I was to rank Kafka before this patch, like she'd just be baseline S. But
Yeah.
with Black Swan, I think I'm comfortable putting her in S plus. Only with Black Swan. I like to just keep saying that. So
Okay.
solid.
Silver Wolf is the next one.
I think when the game just came out, Silver Wolf was like S plus tier because people did not have the elements or DPS units coming
Yeah.
out.
Uh-huh.
So they relied on Silver Wolf implanting the weakness to actually beat stages. But right now that the game is getting we're getting more characters, I think Silver Wolf will only deteriorate with more characters coming out. Because the weakness implant is like, okay, I don't really need that. I'll just use another unit. The defense break is single target on a stage with two units. Of course, it'd be good, but most of the units spawn. Most of the mobs in this game spawns like
Yeah.
little mobs with them. The
Yeah.
automaton spawns the fish.
The
That
swarm,
little
bro. The swarm gives you
yeah,
so many.
yeah, and the this one it's like a robot that spawns like soldiers, like a robot, the robot guy.
Yeah, yeah.
The police robot. He spawns a lot of guys too, and like I just don't think that she's as good as she used to be when the game just came out.
Yeah.
If it's like if something like Pure Fiction comes out, but it's only single target damage,
Yep.
she would skyrocket.
That's
But
true.
right now, I think that and she does like a lot of damage on break effect. Like she does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like she could just be replaced with Pela at this point. Like I specifically did not pull for Silver because I'm like Pela does 40% defense break on everything on the field, and she does it with one. I mean, it's like why would I use Silver Wolf for Pela
Yeah, I feel like I got
at this point?
scammed going after Silver Wolf, not gonna lie.
Yeah, if it's like it like in when you're fighting then Grand Cross or whatever, if it's like one unit that you're fighting alone, she's cracked. But like
Mhm.
the more units that are on the field, the less value she has. So as of right now, I think she'd be like high A, potentially. Nah, she's high A. I'm putting in high A.
Okay.
With
um,
with 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 Dr. Risha, however, she is S tier, even S plus.
okay.
I think she's one of his best supports.
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Yeah,
Next is Orlin, and we don't have anyone in D, so is it time?
yeah. Just put him in one time. Yeah, put him in.
Let's go.
Yes.
Next, do you want to talk about him or?
I don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to say anything. Like
Yeah.
he's ass. I don't think there's anybody who's gonna defend him. Like he's bad.
Yeah.
Nobody uses him. There's no use case to use Alon in anything.
Next is
So
Blade. Bladey.
um Blade, I feel like some people like to call Blade like a sub DPS, but
Okay.
I feel like some people underestimate Blade's damage. Because if you put Jingli on a hypercarry team, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you put Blade on a hypercarry team, they will obviously the Jingli will do better. But Blade does a lot of damage if you put him with Bronny or Runme. Like he's insane if you put him in a hypercarry scenario. Even if you put him in like a dual DPS scenario with Jingli,
Mm-hmm.
he will perform. I see people have him in like A, and I'm like, Blade in A? Are you good? Are you okay? He has 8,000 HP. He doesn't die. He self sustains himself with his ultimate and his passive. He does a ridiculous amount of damage. He does AoE damage. You'd never really have to worry if Blade is going to die or not. He's just going to heal himself to full health.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he soaks up damage and he does a lot of damage. And I feel like he is better than everybody on the tier list. He's not S plus,
Okay.
but and I think E0 Blade is better than E6 QQ because he also doesn't take any skill points. He takes 1 skill point, and for 3 turns, he just does his job. He doesn't generate skill points, but he's not using up all his skill points. Like if the enemies has win weakness, you could just put him in. If he gets hit, he's going to hit everyone AOE.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like on DPS, dual DPS and hyper carry blade, is really good. Like my account before Dr. Ratio, it really struggled with fighting bosses. And like I just put bro in with 2 supports and he's just killing it. I think he's really broken.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah. I don't think he's as broken with Jing Liu. I think he works really well with Jing Liu because every time Jing Liu uses her ultimate and skill, it counts as him losing HP. And he gets his passive stats up more, which is really good. And one thing also, I haven't really taken this into account with all the other units on the tier list. Now that I think about it, some of these units, like farming some of these domains for these units are so bad.
Yeah.
Like farming imaginary domain is like I don't want to farm that. I don't want to farm fire domain for Himiko.
Yeah.
I don't want to farm like everyone who farmed the Electro domain for Jingyuan, they have to rebuild him and farm the new domain. Like I like because the relic set is just bad.
It's
but
something.
Blade.
Yeah, it's something I wish they would change because with all the characters they're dropping now, like even Rowan May and Dr. Ratio, they dropped another set for them. So why did I farm for the characters to begin with when you're gonna release another set for them? Like they're releasing a lot of sets, which is good, like it's more content, but can we get like a hint if you're gonna get these sets? Yes, there are leaks, but not every player knows that there are leaks to know about the relics. So yeah.
I think if I'm being honest, I really don't think Ranmei even needs her set, like to be honest. I think like just a little extra break effect, it doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. Like I have mines on like 4-piece passenger. So like she gives more speed, so we just take more turns. I don't think I need more break effect. I already have more. I have like 200 and something. I don't think you need her to do, or she already does so much. I don't think you need her to also break units and do like a bajillion damage. Of course it'll be good, but I'm not sitting down in a domain for 3 months just for her pieces. I think it's it's not very efficient. But Blade's domain, like his domain is like infinite value. Messenger set is really good. Messenger is really good. His 2-piece set is really good. You could just put them on those relics and they'll function. Most support units in the game will just function on those relic sets. And I find it really good just farming Blade's domain. Like you could just sit down in that domain as a new player and just farm out for most of your characters. Unless you have a bunch of different DPS characters. But most of your support units and like tank units will just use that set and they'll be fine. So I think that's also to put into consideration when pulling for these characters, because I'm not gonna lie, I did not want to farm in Jing Liu's domain. Like the other relic set is not good. If you get anything else other than the ice damage bonus relics, it feels horrible. Because you're just wasting. It's like, wow, I got fodder, but like it could be a better piece, you know? It could be another set that could give you value. If I get a messenger set with crit stats and not support stats, it could go on Bronya, it could go on Sparkle. If I get crit stats on wind set or something else, what wind DPS unit uses that?
I mean, you can still use you can still use wind on Black Swan, right?
No, she just uses the 4-piece dot set.
Yeah, of course, but it's still like I mean, if it has good substats, you can still use it, you know.
Yeah, I think it's still not optimal. Like why would if you're using dots, like why would you farm the wind domain? Like if you're using Black Swan, you're gonna use a bunch of dot units.
Go out of your way to farm these sets, but like for example, me, I had since the game launched, I wanted to build the Wind and Hong, so I got really good pieces for him for Wind set. But then again, I never used him, so in my inventory there was always this very good Wind set that I don't have any character to use it on. So when I got Black Swan and I tried it on her, it worked really fine. The thing is with this game, like generally, I feel like the game itself is not that hard for you to push for like sets, you know, to beat the content. Like for example, I went out of my way to use Kafka without any effect hit rate. I gave her very low attack. I did the same thing with Bronya. I tried to use all the like the wrong sets, and I went to the hardest content in the game, and I was still able to beat it. Like the game is not that hard to.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, I guess just for your own satisfaction that you form the right set that would fit the character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me personally, I am a believer. Ain't no way I'm sitting down in simulated universe for 30 minutes every time to get like 4 relics, bro. I come online, I put that on auto, I found the main set, I come offline. There's no way I'm sitting down in simulated universe for hours farming a set to not get anything. Like if I get the set bonus sometimes, sure I could get the set bonus, but like some characters don't even need the set bonus to function. It's
Yep.
only if you want to get it. Like, some people are like picky. Like I'm picky with certain.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you just only get them for your DPS units, like it's fine. Obviously you're gonna be missing out on damage, but do you really need all of that damage? Do you need your Jailer to have 300 crit damage to kill things? I don't think so. Like you don't
Yeah.
need like to hyper invest.
Hmm. Where are we putting Blade?
Blade is S.
S, okay.
Is S. He's not he can't go any higher.
Luca is next.
Um Luca is Ether.
A, okay, interesting.
Yeah, I put Luca Ether. I was not gonna lie, I was sleeping on Luca too. But if you have bros some of bros eidolons and you have an E6 and if he uppercuts something and breaks it, he
Mhm.
does a ridiculous amount of damage. He does like a lot of damage. I was surprised, like, huh? What is that? No, like a raw damage. He does a lot.
That's
If the
good.
enemies aren't physical weakness, however,
Yeah.
again, kinda bad. And again, not all the enemies are going to be physical. But
True.
I would say he is better than the units below him.
Yeah.
Because he's also not that difficult to build either. Just get some attack, get some break effect. You break a shield, you uppercut something when it's you break the shield with him, and he does like 150k damage single target, and that thing bleeds out and dies.
Mhm.
He does a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Next is Imbibitor Lune.
So I'm not I we usually, well, me and my friend group, we call him Dan Balls. I don't know why. We just call him Dan Balls. But um I think a lot of people underestimate this unit because they say, well, he uses 3 skill points every cycle. I don't want to use 3 skill points every cycle. But at the same time, if you have the supports again, if you have the support units with him, he's going to perform. He does a lot of damage, and it's AoE.
Mhm.
The value of having AoE units in this game is so good. Like Dr. Risha is going to take a while if there's like a bunch of different units to kill. He'd need to do like 100k damage
Mhm.
every other hit. This unit, if you hyper buff him and he uses that skill, most of the times he does like a ridiculous amount of damage. And when Sparkle comes out again, I think he's going to skyrocket because then you won't need to worry. There won't be any argument. Well, he needs skill points, whatever. He's just going to be solid. So again, I would put him higher than Blade in terms of a DPS unit.
Higher than Blade. So still an
I'd,
S?
I'd put him in S, but higher than Blade.
Okay. That's fair. I guess
Like in raw damage.
higher
I
than
think
QQ.
Yeah, I think Blade has more utility than QQ and Dan Hung. I think Blade could fit in more teams, but the damage difference is like it's so much. I think the damage difference is so much, especially if you have like hyper invested supports and hyper
Yeah.
invested into Danham. One thing is, if he doesn't crit, though, GG. If
I
he
mean,
doesn't crit, it's over.
I have my Denhang at 70% crit, so he always crit.
Yeah.
The thing is, the planner set that he has, the one that he gets from the pin, the World 8, World 8 or World 7, I think. Whichever, the one that gives him damage when he has
Mhm.
70% crit rate. So
Yeah.
I used to only get, because I didn't have the 70% crit rate, right? I had like 65 crit rate, so I didn't get the full passive from the set, right?
Mhm.
When I got to 70% crit rate and I finally upgraded his crit, that second half of the set passive is just insane. So I can like normally do like 1 million was not that like, hard to get, right? But now two
Mhm.
million, 3 million, 4 million. I'm not even in simulated universe. The damage that he can do is insane.
Yeah. I think he's like he's definitely stronger in like a hyper carry
In terms
role
of
than Blade.
in terms of damage, he's the highest damage in the game. It's just that you need a lot to get to that damage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like he doesn't give himself 50% crit rate for free.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Next is Fu Shuang. Where are we going with this one?
S plus, no contest. She is the best. She is the best preservation unit. She's the best sustain unit in the game.
Okay, okay.
Like she just does too much. She does way too much. I missed 50-50 on this unit to Yang and I got so mad. I'm so mad I don't have her, I'm not gonna lie. But she's so broken.
it's crazy.
She's so
You try to go for one of the best characters in the game, but instead you got one of the worst characters in the game.
I promise you the next time she comes out, if I
Yeah.
don't get her, I'll get her. Is that it?
I'm trying to go for the light cone in the rerun, but again, the rerun will be with Asheron, so I don't know if I'm gonna have enough pulls for that. But yeah,
Yeah, I have been like I've been hoarding my pulls.
yeah.
I have 200 summons right now.
Oh, you're chilling.
Um, yeah, but like the reason why I save my pulls is because I don't win 50-50s. I've won one 50-50 on Blade, and that's it. I've lost on everything else up to
Damn.
this point. I lost on Run Me. I lost on Jing Liu. I lost on. Hold on. Blade. I won Blade. I got Jing Liu. I lost on the standard banner 50-50. I got Bronya again.
Oh
I
my
just
god.
don't have characters. I lost 50-50, got Japan. I have Yang Cheng. E1.
Oh wow.
I don't have any of the other characters because I just keep getting duplicates and
Yeah.
losing 50-50s. And when I lose 50-50s on base banner, I get light codes. So I wish I had the other. I think I have E1 Japan too. I'm hold on. I think I have E1 Japan.
E1 Japan is actually really good.
Yeah, it's good, but
Um,
like I would no, I don't have E1 Japan. I would rather get a different character than an Eidolon, unless it's
yeah.
Bronya. It's E1 Bronya I have. But
Where would you put links?
um, Lynx is E.
A.
Yeah,
All
Lynx
right.
is E. I like her at E.
Okay.
I would say I could argue that she's better than Japan. The AoE cleanse is really good. The regeneration, healing, the aggro with preservation and destruction units really good. She like Lynx does not die. I'm sorry. She just she does at least mine doesn't die. But she's hard to kill. Um I will say though, she is kind of you need to have her built really well and you need to have her with a bunch of effect resistance. I think
Mm,
mine has 98% effect resistance. I just need an upgrade on Lucha's Light Cone to get it to 100, but she doesn't really. She's solid. She's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's better than Japal in some scenarios, but I don't want to put her in the tier with Lucha because it's not the same. Because she
Disrespectful.
uses she uses skill points. He doesn't use skill points and he does the same thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't heal as much as Lucha. Lucha, whoever he touches, he full heals them and cleanses them. And he like always he just spams his ultimate repeatedly.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's like on the same tier, but I would put her like between Japard and Sealy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do we put Gwenfine?
Mm, I think she's also another E character.
Yeah, she's definitely really good. I like her
Yeah,
challenge.
she's a good unit,
She's
especially with Doctor Ratio and Dot teams.
yeah.
She's really good. Um, I put her like I wouldn't put her. Um, if we could like put like we like sort it in terms of like the best units in A,
Sure,
and
yeah.
like we can move it around after, but
Yeah.
we could she's like she's E there.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Uh,
she's she's solid.
all right. The next one is Jingliu, and be careful with this one.
What do you mean BK? What do you mean? They just put a S plus. it's not
Nah, nah,
really.
I'm joking. I'm
Uh,
joking. I'm joking.
yeah, she's like she's everything Yang Ching wish she was. It's just sad. Yang Ching just gets gapped in story and in game by all of these characters, and it's just sad. She is the best DPS in the game,
Mm-hmm. True.
standard. Like if obvious, I think if Dan Hong has his team has more investment, he could do more damage on her because he hits harder. But
Mm-hmm.
she's so easy to build. You don't need to worry about crit rate that much. You just have to stack crit damage and attack. She does her job. She one shots most things. Most of her supports only need it's like Tingyun. You could go run Pela,
Yeah.
Lynx. You don't need any of the like super strong supports to make her broken. If you have her with Bronya, she becomes way better. If you run her with Tingyun, she becomes way better. If you run her with Ruanme, she becomes way better. And she doesn't eat up your skill points.
Yeah.
And the thing too, some people are gonna say, well, she has downtime. Not with Tingyun, not with Tingyun Bronya. She always has ultimate and you could just keep her in her
Mm-hmm.
transpectral state. You could just keep her in that state forever. And even if she comes out of it, Bronya could just keep lapping and you just get it back repeatedly. However,
Mm-hmm.
you would need Bronya's E1 and Light Cone because the skill points when you start spamming Bronya's skill
Yeah.
is really it's a lot. Because I saved up for Bronya's Light Cone and bought it. And without Bronya's Light Cone, it's like day and night. It's not the same. And her E1. You don't really have to worry about skill points. If you have a Run May's Light Cone and Bronya's Light Cone and you have both of them on the same team, skill points don't exist. Sometimes you just have max skill points and Lynx is like healing every turn because no one else thoroughly uses skill points. I think I think she is the best DPS in the game right now,
Yeah.
and I think she will be the best DPS until better supports comes out with Dan Hung or until Akaran comes out because you know who your games love to make like Raiden Shogun broken. So
Yeah. They definitely do.
yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure Raiden or Asheron, she definitely gonna be the next best DPS in the game. So I'm just preparing for whatever they do. And the thing is with MiHoYo, they tend to like make some characters last forever in their games. And I'm
yeah,
pretty sure like these support characters we have right now, they're always gonna be around. I don't think like you can look at Genshin. You can still use the same characters in Genshin that released since the like year one in the newest memory of the not memory of chaos in the abyss, and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. So
yeah,
it will be the same thing here too. It's just that here you might have to get better relics. You might need to change some teams like team comps. It will be different, of course, from Genshin, but they're not gonna be like other gacha games where if you don't have this newest character, you can't beat the content. That's not gonna be the case
Yeah.
here. So yeah. What's up,
I think
Killua? You doing?
I think it's a little bit different with I think it's a little bit different with Honkai
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna lie, Genshin is baby game.
Yeah.
Genshin isn't challenging. You could I my account still has like I don't have any of the newer characters.
Yeah.
I got Nahida, but like even without Nahida, I'm like I say okay. People are telling me this game got harder. I go back on the game. I go in Spiral Abyss. I beat it with the same characters. No relic. I haven't played this game in like a year and a half. I go back on the game with my relics and I just kill everything. And I'm like, okay, the game is the same thing. It doesn't the difficulty in Genshin does not go up. That's the difference. But in Honkai, I think the pure fictions, and as the game progresses, it will be more difficult. I don't think it's going to be like hardcore, but I think it'll progressively get more difficult. Yeah, but like in this game, however, like some of the characters, like again, support characters, Tingyun, Pela, Lucha, Fushuan. I don't think these characters will ever fall off because they have general use cases in most teams. I don't think they'll ever fall off. And even if you say, well, you know, let's just bring out another Tingyun in the game, you're just gonna use Tingyun and that other unit that is Tingyun. You're gonna put them together. I could understand the debate between Bronya and like Rami, and this is one is better. Just run both of them on the same team, and whoever they're supporting is going to be like, there's no way they're not gonna kill things. So, and like this game, I don't think this game is like difficult. I think it's more strategy based and planning because you have to plan your relics, you have to invest in your units, and then you just have to be smart in terms of when to use your abilities and when not to use your abilities and press this button. And it becomes easier the better your count is. So I don't think this game is like inherently difficult. But if you don't have the units, you will struggle. If you don't have the elements, you will struggle. It's not, you can't brute force certain things in this game. Unless you have Silver Wolf. That's when Silver Wolf gets really good. But other than that, you know, at this point, they give you a lot of, not Dr. Ratio saved so much people's accounts. I'm not gonna lie. You see, like, if you don't have Dan Hong and you don't, like, what else do you have to use for Imaginary?
Welt, and that's it.
Yeah, but that's a 5-star character. I don't have him. Yeah. Like, if you just don't pull Welt, you're just gonna suffer.
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, them giving out free Dr. Ratio, him just coming to the game is so good. But I'm really happy they chose to do that because, like, they gave out most free units for, like, other elements, but not that. Tingyun, like, not Tingyun. Yukong is not a free character. You need her E6. She's not free. Don't listen to that. She's not free. But Dr. Ratio, he's him.
Yeah. We need to wrap up the tier list because the video
it's really long.
It's almost 1 hour and a half, so we need to
Yeah, we could speed run. I could just give my points quickly.
Speed run. Okay, Shui.
Yeah. With who?
Shui. Fuck her name. This
character. Shui. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, who are we talking about?
Shui. Hanya's sister.
I built this. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I built this character. In my opinion, she's not that good.
Okay.
If she doesn't have constellations, she's good. She just. I don't think she's all that good. I'd put her like at the bottom of E. I'd put like at the bottom of the bottom of E.
Okay.
Or arguably B tier. But she could be very good if she have constellations on her.
The thing is,
she's really good, but like
she needs break effect. So if you have Raw May on the team, she's really gonna pop off. So
she needs like so much stats too. That's why I'm like ranking her lower. She needs so much stats. to function
Are you considering
on
all the four
in
star E6? Not all of the four stars.
yeah
Potentially like Xing Shou is probably the only four-star characters considered as E6. The rest are not. I don't think so.
yeah yeah
Um,
yeah 2Q.
yeah. Topaz. Where would you rank her?
Solid A character. Really good with follow up
Uh,
attacks. She she will get better the more follow up attack units come out. But I don't think she doesn't do like everything, you know? She isn't like A, she isn't like Blade, she isn't like QQ. She's solid.
yeah.
I don't think she really deserves to be higher. Is she better than Jing Yuan? Yes, she is better than Jing Yuan. But I don't think she deserves to be in the S tier with those other characters.
Jing Yuang's poor man. Argenti.
I think a lot of people underrate this character. He does like a ridiculous amount of damage. But
Okay.
again, most elements in the games don't really have physical weaknesses.
Yeah.
So I think he's like overshadowed by the other DPSs. So he's also Ether.
Also, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's also Ether.
To be fair, for Argenti, outside of pure fiction, I don't see where I go out of my way to use the character. Even if I have him as the newest shiny 5-star character that we just pull, like I would only go for pure fiction to use him, you know? Which is okay
Yeah,
because you don't like it's also something about this game specifically since we don't have that massive open world to play with different characters and stuff like that. So something that I'm trying to do, and I've actually already reached that point where every mode or every content in the game, I have different teams for it. Like for example, every time I do simulated universe, I make sure I try different teams every time, different characters, just to have fun, just to enjoy the game. When I go to pure fiction, every time I'm just using different characters because the more you use different characters, the more you will, have fun playing the game. But if you're playing with the same team every time, this shit's gonna get boring at some point. So yeah.
yeah. I am the guy who plays the same team over and over because I am extremely picky with summoning on characters.
But
I'm saving.
eventually you will have enough characters. Like I know that you started since Blade dropped, so you don't have a lot of characters built yet, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so when you have characters, like when you have enough characters built and ready to be used, you will definitely switch characters, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All my characters, like I 36 star the I 36 star pure fiction and MOC, so I'm
Mm,
able to do it. But I just want more variety.
yeah.
But I'm waiting for Acheron. I'm waiting for Fushuan, Lucha runs. I'm waiting. I'm like stagnant right now. I want to pull on Black Swan so badly. I don't have Kafka. I don't have dot units built. I don't have
Don't
Gonithan.
don't
I
do it.
don't
Don't
have any sample Eidolons.
don't
It
do it.
doesn't make sense.
Don't
Yeah,
do
it
it.
doesn't make sense. She hella bad though. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. It's a good thing I have self control.
Where are we putting Hanya?
Hanya's B.
B.
Hanya's the only support unit I'd put in B.
Why?
Reason B, reason B, and I'm putting her in B is
Mhm.
because all the other support units are used over Hanya. Like in the other teams, they already have their teams. Hanya is good at Argenti teams, but why am I putting Hanya in any of my other teams
She's
over
sh
Tenya and
she's good with Den Hong too, and Bibitur Lune.
oh, she's good with Danhong as well.
Yeah.
Can Danhong not just use Tenya and run me?
Yeah.
Wow, and that's just fine.
The
She
thing
can just
is,
use that.
yeah, of course, if you have them, you wouldn't use Hanya, but Hanya also gives me skill points, kind of
Yeah,
like a small sparkle, so that's why I use her, and I use either Ting Yang or Bronya, so I can have enough skill points to just always have max, which
yeah.
is fun, I guess, but yeah. I understand
I'm
why you
also
want to put
thinking
her in B
like,
because she doesn't have a lot of variety, but yeah, sure.
yeah. The other reason I'm also putting her in B is because she needs high speed for her for like to get the speed boost, you know, like the gear requirements is also high. Like in Epic 7, I hate building high speed characters. The RNG to get high speed in like gacha games or like high rolls in gacha games is like brain dead. I hate it so much.
Let me show you.
I wouldn't.
Let me show you my game real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I would like. I
You
don't
see?
want to
Do
sit
you
down in a
see?
domain and
Do you see my Hanya speed?
hold on. It's a little. What is that?
She actually she has my she have my perfect set as like the highest speed, and she have very good HP, very good attack, very good defense. That's the perfect set I have for any
Yeah,
support
she looks
character.
cracked.
So
Do you refresh?
no, I never. And actually, I did
Okay.
it. Like I showed the proof where I don't actually farm gear with. I'm not sure where was the. Let me see. Can I get it? It says how many times I farmed gear since the game started,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I
Yeah.
only farmed gear like 400 times since the game launched. I started playing Black
Yeah.
Clover like 4 days ago, and I already already bypassed that number. Oh yeah, see,
Yeah.
I only farmed gear 402 times since the game launched, and I've been playing the game since every day. Right?
402. Do I have more than you? Hold on. Give me a second. Which one is that next to the
uh,
laughing faces
yeah, it's not yeah, next to 11 faces.
using Fanta? Bro, I have more than you.
See,
I have more.
I don't farm. I don't, like this. That's why I keep saying this. I focus more on building characters, maxing their talents, and maxing like everything possible, because the game has something that Genshin doesn't have, which is I can craft gear with the piece I want. So why would I go out of my way to waste all that energy when I can just build the characters? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah. um, let's continue.
I don't know, bro. My fastest unit is 151 run me.
Oh,
That like it also has to do with like luck with speed rolls. I don't have luck with speed rolls, bro. I think my highest speed piece is 9 or 8.
damn.
It just doesn't happen.
Next character is Who. Where would you put that?
Mm, I think Hua was S plus. I think she's S plus at this point.
S plus.
I think I think she heals and she provides way more than Lucha. The only caveat to Hua is that you need to actually be looking at your game. You can't put this on auto. You need to sit down and play the game.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm pulling Lucha over Hua. I'm like an auto gamer, bro. Sometimes I play like 4 gacha games. I come on the game. I spend my go in the relic domain. I come off after I go on another gacha game, and when the content comes out, I'll play it. You know, but like I'm if Lucha is in my team, I don't have to really worry about anybody dying. You know,
Yeah.
but like in how is also this team, she also has a lot of healing, but
she does.
it's not. I don't think it's as much as Lucha, but she does way more than Lucha.
Yeah, the ongoing healing that she does, that she gives the team, is actually. I mean, I wouldn't say it's better than Locha. I think overall Locha is way more safer option, if I can put it as the right word for the character. Locha is more safe, right?
Yeah.
Who, it's an option where you can beat it faster, you can get much more attack in your DPS. You know, it gives you more freedom how to use it. Also, the energy is really good. So
yeah,
that's like
she's
it's a harmony and abundance character at the same time. So
yeah. She's she's a staple on every single dot team. Like she's on all the dot teams, all the high level dot teams. She is there over Lucha.
Yeah.
On all the teams that needs energy, she is there over Lucha. She's so good. What's that? Your unit gets stunned, or she just cleanses it when it's their turn. You know, she is. You could argue she is better than Lucha, and I really like Lucha.
Yeah.
So I think she's generally better, but it really depends on the playstyle that you want to play.
Of course, it does.
You know,
Yeah.
if you want an AFK auto brain dead. Just put Lucha in, bro. You just close your eyes, you go sleep, you wake back up, everyone's full HP. If you wake
Yeah.
up or the wow, everyone might be half HP. But you might need to worry, turn a little bit in bed. I wonder if she's dead. But with Lucha, you don't have that problem. But I think she is genuinely better than him. She
Yeah.
just works with a lot of different teams. She's better. Her banner, however, one of the worst atrocities I've ever seen. I could not summon on that banner. The 4 stars on that banner was too horrible. They did her injustice.
That was my luckiest banner in since the game launched, because I pulled her in a single, and it was a mistake because when you do simulated universe every week, you get that single, right? So I finished my simulated universe, right? And I was saving my pulls already, the limited pulls. So I finished simulated universe, got my rewards, went to the summoning page, clicked on summon by mistake on the Who banner, and I got her on a single. I was like, what?
She called you, and she's really cool too. I love the fox spirit tail thing.
Yeah.
I like those type of characters.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
it's really
she's Esther.
yeah, she changed my account. Like, I would say I like to use Ting Yang a lot, and having her and Ting Yang on the same team, I always have my ult on all the time. So yeah. Next is the best character in the game, Ruan Mei. Where would you put her?
Can we make a separate tier and just put her in broken? Like, just make a tier and put her at the top. I think she's the most broken character in this game.
That's true. I agree.
Like, she enables too much. She's on every single team in the game that has to do with DPS.
Mhm.
If you do not have Ruanmei on your team and someone else has Ruanmei, there's no, unless your Ruanmei has 2% break effect, then she's just broken. She's different. If you have her light cone, she's her light cone is so broken. It's so broken.
That's true.
60% break effect, 24% damage bonus, 3 turns, gives you a skill point, has no cap, also gives 10 energy every wave. No,
Yep.
she's too broken. Her E1 is broken too, you don't need it. It's also she's just too broken. The character herself, she looks pretty, but her story, I don't really care, bro. I don't like her story. I don't like her story. She hurts those cute animals, bro. I don't like it. But she is on her tear on her own.
Yeah.
She's on every single team in the game. She has to be on a different tier.
That's true. I love the people who were making videos saying to skip the character, but that was just weird. But yeah.
Nah, that's copium. And she doesn't even need high intense gear either. A player who just starts playing the game, you craft a break effect pro. You just get a speed boost, HP boost, you get a bunch of break effect, and then you just play the game.
Exactly,
and if you're end game, you could put on an energy regen rope and still have enough break effect.
Next is the man who broke the Genshin community, Dr. Ratio.
So in IRL and in game, Dr. Ratio is S++, but in the game itself, I'd put him a high S.
High S, okay.
I put him high S.
Like the highest in S?
I'd put him next to Dan Hung.
Okay.
I'd put him next to Dan Hung because he's free, okay? First double, he's free. And he's broken.
Yeah.
He is the reason why I'm able to 36 star the
Oh yeah, you said that.
MOC.
You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. And people are like, well, of course you could 36 star. This one is built for him. No. I 36 star the one before it too. As soon as I got this character, I had pre-farmed everything.
Yeah.
I pre-farmed everything and I put him in. I'm like, okay, let's cook. He doesn't I ran him with Tingyun, Bronya.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, no debuffers. He still performed. He performed so well,
Yeah. Hmm.
even without the debuffs. You just
Hmm.
put 3 buffers on the team and he just kills everything. He's so good. I would like some could argue he's S plus, but I don't think he's as good as
Yeah, I don't
Xingli,
think.
or I also don't think he's
Like he is good, but he's
better
not
than
that
Dazam.
good, you know.
Yeah, if he had
Uh,
AOE, he'd be crazy.
his light cone, yeah, his light cone would put him in S. Like probably gonna be highest in S if he has a light cone.
Yeah, even
Uh,
with all the like, and he's like so free to play to build too.
yep. Um, Black Swan. Where would you put her? I know you don't have her, and you shouldn't pull. So yeah,
I did too much research on this character, bro. This
yeah.
character is like she's really good.
Hmm.
I think I think this unit is funny too. I think she's a good standalone unit and she doesn't need Kafka to function. I think the Black Swan sample other dot unit into buffer and healer are really good as well.
Yeah.
Um I don't think she's S plus because I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't think she's S plus because I don't think she's a staple for all dot teams either.
She's not
She
staple
could
for all
be.
dot teams, but on her own,
Yeah.
she can still work really good. It's not
Yeah.
like, but it would be better with Kafka, of course. But
Yeah.
she's
I
definitely
think
not bad
I
on her own. It's like an early game when people used Sampu without Kafka. Sampu was still fine. There were showcases of how Sampu can clear content on his own with support characters. You can do the same with Black Swan. It's just that it's not gonna be as efficient trying her with Kafka or like, the full
yeah.
duty
I
team.
think I think she's also S. I think she's S plus with Kafka on the team. I think I could give her that. They're like peanut butter and jelly.
So S plus?
Uh I can you like I think you I don't wanna like make the tail list like too much brackets,
Yeah.
but I think I think you could put Black Swan and Kafka right next to each other and then say like in your video or whatever, you could say they are S plus together, but if they're on their own, then I'd put them S.
I mean, we're uploading this whole VOD, so that's gonna be the whole
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. On their own, I think both of them are S, but together they're both
Yeah.
S plus.
Yeah.
Because again, they'll only get better with more units, and they're really good already.
Hmm.
So
Last but not least is the newest 4-star character, Misha. Where would you rank
I'm
him?
not gonna lie, I'd put Bro, I'd put Bro in like C tier.
See?
I think he's a character that we don't really need in the game right now. He
Yeah.
doesn't do a ridiculous amount of damage. He freezes, but if you have March or Japad or any other freeze character in the game, why are you building Misha? Like we already have a freeze team.
Hmm.
He doesn't do a ridiculous amount of damage. His niche is freeze. However, he does have AoE freeze like March, but like just use March forehead. I don't know. I think some people could argue he's high B or A um in like SU, but
Yeah.
other than that, nah, he could stay right in C. He could stay right there.
All right. So that's your tier list. And just like I did with Dark before in the previous tier list, I agree probably I'd say 90% with all of the picks here. Probably Hanya, I would put her higher. Um, who else? Um, let's see. QQ, I would put her lower. Um, like I would put QQ probably
I
in
could
A.
respect that.
Yeah. The thing is, QQ outside simulated universe, I don't feel like she's more reliable as she was before. Maybe unless Sparkle comes and change that, but that could be the case. Um,
Yeah. I don't want to like put units like high beast.
yeah.
Hold on. I don't want to put units high based off of characters that aren't out yet. But there's no way Sparkle isn't built for QQ and Dan Hong. There's no shot. It's literally their character.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I put her S, just for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I put her in A. But I put her S with me. I am like, like you just know it's going to work. Like there's no shot. You look at this and you look at this and you're like, this character needs skill points. This character gives skill points.
Yeah.
This character needs crit damage. This character gives crit damage.